Hello?
Going to be a quizzes.
No.
Oh.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, teacher.
How are you
Good morning,
today?
teacher.
How are you?
Teacher.
Good morning.
I'm glad to be here with you again. We are gonna start our class in this moment. I'm gonna be with you and also your new teacher that you are gonna meet later on. Okay. I'm gonna introduce to you teacher Jonathan in this moment.
Hello, good morning, everybody.
Good morning, teacher.
Good
My
morning,
name is
teacher.
Jonathan,
Good morning.
and I'm going to
Good
be your hello, and I'm going to be your teacher from next week and on. And this week, I'm going to be with teacher Jamie in order to coordinate. But from Monday, it's just going to be me. So I'm very pleased and to meet you all. And I hope that we are having fun here. Okay. Now, see you soon. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, in order to continue our class, this is the agenda we have to follow today. It says number 1, welcome. We already said good morning, everyone. Welcome to our English class. And I'm happy to be here with you again. We are gonna continue with the social emotional content. For this, you are gonna watch a video, then you are gonna tell me what you understand about it. Number 3, content. 4, objective. Then we have number 5, that is reflection. 6, class development. And at last, we have questions and answers. Let's continue with our social emotional content. As I was telling you before, you are gonna watch a video in this moment. Pay attention. Then you are gonna tell me what you understand about it. Let's continue with the video. Pay attention.
Raising the sail up high,
Anchors away, aye, aye.
with a small boat at sea.
Ready for adventures, 1, 2, 3.
The sea is high, the wind is strong.
Come on, everybody, and sing our song. Ho, 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 to the treasure.
Mudslides and
We
waterfalls,
won't give up when danger calls.
through challenges and traps.
With our compasses and maps,
Solving riddles is their pleasure.
we won't rest till we find the treasure. Ho, 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 to the treasure. Ahoy!
Arr, matey!
Señor,
Yes?
hay unos compañeros que no son de cuarto B.
Yeah, I think that they are from 5th graders. So 5th graders, I'm sorry, but you are gonna watch the class on YouTube. Sorry. Well, let's continue our class. Remember to follow the virtual classroom rules in order to can understand each activity you have to develop. We are gonna continue with our class development in this moment, but I'm gonna show you the agenda once more. According to the social emotional content, the video, what do you understand about it? Can you mention something about the video? Did you like the video? Did you like the song? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, we are going to say yes.
Yes.
Excellent. Very good. Now we are going to continue with the content. This is the content we are going to study today. Conjunction, so. The objective says, understand and use a transition word to explain effect or consequence. The reflection, the way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. This was written by Walt Disney. Let's continue with the class development. For the class development, you are going to work in your student's book and practice book. But we are going to start with our practice book in this moment. Practice book. Let me see. I'm going to show you the page. You can understand better what you have to do. This is the page in which we are going to start working right now. This is page number 21, a student's book, page number 21, this one.
Ya tengo la página, señor.
Excellent, perfect. Are you ready?
Yes.
Yes, excellent. We are going to continue with this. I'm going to repeat again, page number 21 in your student's book. The content is conjunction so. what you are gonna do in this activity. Read and match the sentences. Read and match the sentences. The title says, Life aboard early ships. I need some volunteers to read the paragraph. Who wants to participate and read the paragraph? Who wants? Someone? Let me see, Natalia? Yeah? Okay, go ahead. Who is raising his or her hand? Naomi, do you want to participate?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
And along hungry like Magajan, life on ship was a enigma, especially for crime. Ships were dead and had lots of mice and rats. Sailors weak and sick because they didn't eat warm and drink fresh water.
Okay, excellent, Naomi. Now continue. Who said I want to read? Who said?
They slept all together.
Together, continue.
On deck and wore the same clothes. Every day, life was growing.
And sailors, continue.
Often had nothing to do.
Very good, Fiorella. Thank you. Someone else? Someone else participate. Remember that your participation is very important. Gabriela?
Some captain were cruel and once they were to maintain discipline. Many sailors felt scared and some mariners rebelled against the captain.
Very good. Against the captain. Very good. Let's continue. Let me see. Madeline. Madeline, continue, please.
Teacher, what paint?
Gray and the only ons and I and was the say full salted pork, cheese, beans, onion on the board, bread.
Okay. Madeline, excellent. Now, Rodrigo, continue, Rodrigo.
¿Por dónde van, señor?
Here, food wasn't fresh.
Food wasn't fresh. The sailor ate it with worms or even mouse water. The water turned green and the wine tasted like vinegar. In the table, sailors got sick and many died.
Many died. Very good, Rodri. Now, who wants to continue with the last paragraph? Who wants? Activate your virtual hand to participate. Okay, Ricardo, continue.
So we did may become sailors. Sailors were normal pupils or prisoners today think have much show and fortunes that surely there were main adventures
Adventures.
to tell
Continue. Mhm.
something even a little treasure. treasure.
Okay. Listen, remember that your pronunciation is important in order to understand you better what you are saying. According to this, we are going to read it together. Let's read it together. At the count of 3, you are going to read with me. 1, 2, 3. Life aboard early ships. On a long journey like Magellan's, life on a ship was a nightmare, especially for the crew. Ships were dirty and had a lot of mice and rats. Sailors were weak and sick because they didn't eat well or drink fresh water. They slept all together on deck and wore the same clothes every day. Can you imagine to wear the same clothes every day? Can you imagine that? We have life was boring and sailors often had nothing to do. Some captains were cruel and punished the crew to maintain discipline. Many sailors felt scared and sometimes rebelled against the captain. The crew ate only once a day, and always the same food: salted pork, cheese, beans, onions, and hard bread. Food wasn't fresh, so sailors ate it with worms or even mouse urine. The water turned green, and the wine tasted like vinegar. Inevitably, sailors got sick, and many died. So, why did men become sailors? Sailors were normally poor people or prisoners, so they didn't have much choice. And for those that survived, there were many adventures to tell, and sometimes even a little treasure. This is the information related with life aboard early ships. Let me see, Daisy is here. Let's continue with the activity related with this. Luz Mariana, tell me. Luz Mariana, do you want to say something? No, okay.
Es que se me acabó de levantar.
Ah, okay, don't worry, Luz Mariana. Let's continue. According to the reading, we have in here 6 sentences. 6 sentences. You are gonna try to guess what is the complement for each sentence. According to number 1, remember, reading comprehension. Think. I'm gonna give you time in order you can think and guess what's the correct option. Number 1, ships had a lot of mice. What's the complement for this sentence? Number 1.
Teacher,
Ships had a lot of mice. What's the complement? Think and tell me. Let me see who wants to participate. Fiorella, tell me, Fiorella.
Ships had lots of meat, but many sailors did.
No, Fiorella. That's not the complement for this sentence. Think and tell me.
lots of mice. Food was contaminated with their urine.
Yes, thumbs up for you. That's the complement for sentence number 1. We say, ships had a lot of mice. Food was contaminated with their urine. Okay. What you have to do is match the sentences. about number 2? The crew slept all together on deck. What's the complement for the second sentence? Think and tell me. What's the complement for number 2? Who has the complement?
Is
Ricardo?
Taylor became sick easily?
No, Ricardo. What is it? The crew slept all
The
together.
played musical instruments or told stories.
No. Read carefully. You have to read carefully each sentence in order to understand and guess what is the complement for each one. Number 2, we say, the crew slept all together on deck. What do you think is the complement for number 2?
They were uncomfortable.
Yes, they were uncomfortable. That's the correct one. Very good. Excellent. They were uncomfortable. So you are going to match number 2 with this. Number 3, the sailors often felt bored. What's the complement for this?
The played musical instruments or told stories.
Yes, perfect. That's the complement. The sailors often felt bored. They played musical instruments or told stories. Very good. Number 4, sometimes the sailors were scared.
Many sailors did.
No, it's not that the complement. Sometimes the sailors were scared. Think and tell me. The sailors were scared. What's the complement? Yes, they rebel against the captain. That's the complement for sentence number 4. Very good. 5. The crew didn't eat fresh food. What's the complement?
Many sailors did.
No, it isn't.
Sailors became sick easily.
Yes, sailors became sick easily. That's the complement for number 5. And the last, there were no doctors on ships.
Many sailors did.
Many sailors died. Very good. Did you finish this activity?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. We are going to continue with the next one. What you are going to do here? You are going to use the information, use the same information we have in here to write sentences. We have in here an example. Ships had a lot of mice. What you have to do is add so. So to join the sentences. So to join the sentences. How you are going to identify or how you are going to separate both sentences. You are going to start. Ships had a lot of mice. Here we have. This is the first. Ships had a lot of mice. Instead of write the period, you are going to write comma. Comma to separate both sentences. Ships had a lot of mice, comma. In this way, you have to separate these sentences. So you are going to add so, the food was contaminated, etc. In this way, this is the example you have to take into account. What about number 2? Who wants to tell me what is the sentence number 2?
The crew sleep together on deck. On deck, there were comfortable.
What is the missing word you have to add in the sentence? What is missing? What is missing? Remember, you have to separate both sentences with a comma, and you are going to add so, the conjunction so. As you said, the few slept all together on deck. Here you are going to write comma, so they were uncomfortable. That is the sentence you have to write in number 2. Write the sentence. I'm going to repeat again. The crew slept all together on deck, comma, remember to add the comma, so they were uncomfortable. Number 3, what is sentence number 3?
The sailor often felt bored, comma, they played musical instruments or told stories.
Yes, but it's missing something. You mentioned the comma, but you didn't mention the conjunction. What is the conjunction we are using in these sentences? So, it's missing so. So, I use this word, right? I use this word every time. So, the crew slept all together. This is already done. Number 3, the sailors often felt bored. You are going to write a comma. So, they played musical instruments or told stories.
¿Puedo ir yo, señor?
Yep. Number 4. What about number 4? What do you think is number 4? Sentence number 4 is?
Teacher, where is the number?
Sometimes the sailors were scared, comma.
Then, so you are going to continue writing the next part of the sentence. Daniel Gerard, you said something. Repeat again, please.
Where is the number 3?
Number 3, I'm going to repeat again. Wait. Number 3 is, the sailors often felt bored. Remember to add the comma. So, they played musical instruments or told stories. This is number 3, Daniel.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Number 4, sometimes the sailors were scared. You have to add the comma, then so they rebel against the captain. That is it. Number 5 is, what is number 5?
The crew didn't eat fresh food.
Then continue.
Comma, sailors become sick
Easily. But you have to add so. No, chicos, no se les olvide agregar el so. Van a agregar la comita para separar la oración, las oraciones, porque son 2 en una. Y le van a agregar el so, the conjunction, so. Very good. Now the last, number 6. There were no doctors on ships. What is the complement for this? Who wants to read me sentence number 6?
Teacher, comma, so many sailors died.
Very good. Perfect. Let me see who wants to participate. Luz Mariana, tell me.
Teacher, number 4.
Number 4 is, sometimes the sailors were scared, comma, so they rebelled against the captain. This one.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Somebody else, did you finish this activity?
Teacher,
Yeah.
number 5.
Yes.
Number 5, the crew didn't eat fresh food, comma, so sailors became sick easily.
Okay, miss. Thank you.
You're welcome. Someone else, did you finish? Do you need time to complete this activity?
Teacher, write the number 6.
Number 6, wait some seconds. There is someone who wants to access to our class. Okay, number 6, there were no doctors on ships, comma, so many sailors died.
Thank you, teacher.
You're welcome.
Good morning, teacher.
Good morning, Raul. How are you? Raul? Paul, sorry. I read Raul. Paul. Okay. Did you finish this?
Yes, teacher.
Okay,
Yes,
perfect. Now we are going to continue with our practice book. It's time to close our student's book. Then you are going to open your practice book. I'm going to show you the page in which you are going to work. This is a page number 20 in your practice book. Page 20 in your practice book. Let's continue with this. According to this activity, remember that we are talking about conjunctions, so. Page number 20. Page number 20. This is activity. According to the first activity, it says complete with the correct word. Number 1, food got contaminated on ships and we have 2 options. Because or so. What's the correct word you have to add in here? I'm going to explain you something. You are going to use so when a sentence has a comma. And you are going to use because when we don't have a period or comma. Number 1 is?
Because.
Excellent. This is the correct word. Perfect.
¿De qué grado es este?
This is fourth grade.
¿De qué grado es este, miss? Le pregunto.
Cuarto
grado. Cuarto grado B.
Después vamos contigo, Dani.
Cuarto grado.
Ya vamos a finalizar y luego voy con ustedes.
Segundo C este, miss.
Sí, después vamos con ustedes. Pues de segundo, ya casi finalizamos.
Teacher, which page?
This is page number 21. Practice.
Thank you.
Number 2, listen. Sailors were often bored. What's the correct option? Because or so?
Because.
So. Yes. There was nothing to do. Number 3, a sailor's lifestyle was very healthy. What's the correct? So, excellent. So, many of them died young. Number 4, they kept living animals. So, yeah. In this way, you are going to identify because and so. These are called conjunctions. We have because, we have so, and many more that you are going to learn. Number 5, there wasn't much space on board.
So.
And number 6, scurvy was a common problem.
Because.
So.
Very good. Now, let me see. I need some volunteers to read me the sentences. What about number 1? Read
Me,
the whole
teacher.
sentence, please. 1.
Me, teacher.
Food.
Who said me? I can see who is raising your virtual hand for the presentation. Let me see. I'm gonna.
Teacher.
Okay, Daniel, then Natalie.
Me, Fiorel.
What's number 1? Daniel.
Food could contaminate on ship because there were lots of mist.
Okay, Daniel. Thank you. Now, Fiorella, number 2 is?
Sailors were often bored because there was nothing to do.
Very good. Natalia, number 3.
Me, soy Alison now.
Ah, I'm sorry, Allison. Now, Allison, what is number 3?
I sailor life, life daily was very unfelt, so many of the them didn't join.
Very good. Now, Rodri, what's number 4?
They keep live animals below deck, so the smell was terrible.
Excellent. Number 5, let me see who wants to participate. Number 5, who wants to read it? Adriana. Okay, Adriana, go ahead.
There was much space on board, so sailors lived on deck.
Very good. And the last one, who wants to read the last sentence? The last sentence at the count of 3. 1, 2. Okay, Ricardo, excellent. The last.
Sugar was a common problem because sailors didn't eat any fruit.
Very good. Sailors didn't eat enough food. So, my dear students, we are going to finish our class in this moment. We are going to continue with the second activity in the next class. Okay? Let me see. I'm going to stop sharing the screen in this moment because the class is finished for today. Remember, we are going to continue in the next class. Thank you all for being here, for your participation, and your excellent behavior during our class. Have a nice day, have a good lunch, and take care. Bye-bye. See you.
Teachers.
Bye-bye,
Bye
teacher.
bye, teacher.
Bye-bye, teacher.
Bye-bye. Take care. Have a
Goodbye,
nice-
teacher. Thanks for
Bye-bye.
coming. Happy afternoon.
Bye-bye,
Bye. See
teacher.
you.